Hey guys, Disletter Magic here, and little peek behind the curtain on this one as I'm recording this literally right behind the window for Audacity. I am timing out a Teferi player. That's right, I literally just metaphorically got up and left the game. I mean, I'm still sitting down. Just literally, they popped his emblem and I'm just like, bye-bye. Opened up the recording software and started recording a video. That is a great example of the sheer level of respect I have for anyone playing 3-color control spam board wipe control garbage Teferi backhand. Oh, and the deck had no win condition. It was just get out an emblem and hope your opponent forfeits, or run them out of cards. So anyway, not much to this video, but it is huge, huge news. The one thing everybody has been wondering is what price retail can we expect to pay for Modern Horizons, the new, basically Modern Masters set, but with not all reprints. Now, once again, I mean, I think overall it's a pretty good product. It'll at least sell well and be a good value and a good investment. But what it will actually do to Modern and the meta, I mean, look how mismanaged Standard has been for the last 3 years. Modern is legitimately probably better off with them accidentally, inadvertently adding cards from Standard completely blind willy-nilly than we are having them attempt to print cards that micromanage it. And honestly, that's just sad, but you know I'm right. I mean, the last couple of years with 9 bans in Standard later, clearly they have a problem with printing overpowered cards. Now, Modern is nothing but overpowered cards, but I think they know that, and they're going to take it to an even higher level, and it's just going to, whoops, this turned into a turn 3 thing, whoops, we didn't realize this interacted with that, and plus the playtesting environment. Oh my gosh, instead of like 5 or 6 sets that are legal, there's like, 60 or something? It's some outrageously high number. I think that's going to be a disaster, but as far as, like I said, value, investment, long-term, upward price trends, I think it'll do pretty well. But the question on everybody's mind is, okay, what will it really cost me if I want to buy it, either online as a box or per pack at like Walmart or LGS? Preferably your LGS, not Walmart. But still, Walmart would set the bar if they were to sell this product because they usually sell it for at or slightly above the MSRP, and then you have something to compare it to. And really, something to compare it to, that is the problem, isn't it? Because they dropped MSRPs and everybody's like, well, we don't care. We know what these cost. I mean, up until a year ago, half a year ago, something like that, I don't quite remember, Wizards hadn't changed the price that they were charging distributors, so distributors hadn't really changed the price that they were charging stores. So they can get rid of MSRP all they want. As long as the price remains the same, then guess what? At the end of the day, the price remains the same that you pay at the end of the chain. But see, that's the thing. We already knew what a fat pack cost. We already knew what a booster pack cost. We knew what a booster box was, MSRP-wise, and, you know, the price probably below that your local gaming store was charging. So nothing changed, so who cares? They could delete the MSRP. It doesn't matter. We knew what the price was. Okay, well, what do you do when it's a brand new product? Now you have no basis whatsoever, and it's completely thrown into chaos. Now here's the other thing. It's probably in the 43-minute live stream, but I'd literally rather rip out my teeth one at a time with the players than watch that. So we don't know if it's 24 packs in a box or 36. The rumor is it's 36. I have very strong reasons to doubt that. So the other thing we know is that the Magic Online price, because they do have to pick a price and sell it for a price on their own platform, because it's not, oh, Wizards hands it off to a distributor hands it off to a store hands it off to you. Who knows what the end price would be? No, they have to pick a price and sell it to you at some point. So they said the Magic Online price for 1 pack of Modern Horizons will be $6.99. So everybody thought, okay, $6.99 multiplied by 24, this is just Modern Masters 4, whatever we're on, $167.76 MSRP. Cool. That is a lot less than the other Masters sets, which were $239.76, with the exception of the first Modern Masters and Ultimate Masters, which were, of course, lower and higher, respectively. Well, like I said, the rumor floating around is that it's 36 packs. Well, $6.99 times 36 is actually $251.64, which is actually a little bit higher. Not significantly higher, but it's higher. But you also get, like, way more. But I guess people took issue with Ultimate Masters where it costs more and you get more. Because apparently that complex math is too difficult for some people to wrap their heads around. It's like buying an 8-pound bag of potatoes for $4.99, then all of a sudden it changes to $5.99 and you're like, you upped the price, but now it's 12 pounds. Ultimate Masters contained more potatoes in the box. It had a box topper. The average box topper was $100. They raised the price by about $100. What a terrifically difficult and perplexing math problem. Anyway, I think if you got 36 instead of 24 and they added, $10 to it or whatever, I don't think anybody would lose their minds. But there is one very important thing to take into account. The Magic Online price for products similar to this, I guess I'll say, has always been lower. So if I were to just look at Modern Masters 2017 edition, $6.99 online, US only, and $9.99 MSRP in paper. So if this new product is also $6.99 per pack online, wouldn't that highly suggest that the paper ones are also $9.99? Once again, I don't think people would lose their minds if it was the exact same price as the old Modern Masters. Obviously, Ultimate Masters was higher. But what if it was true that it was 36 packs? Well, geez. At $9.99 a piece, you would be looking at $359.64 per box. So technically higher than Ultimate Masters. And people did have a very legitimate complaint, and I was kind of making fun of it before, but people had a legitimate complaint about Ultimate Masters saying, I want to buy one box of it, but I would have had $250, I didn't have $350. Yeah, I know the value's in it, the box topper, the cards are better, okay, I get it, I just do not have that kind of money sitting around. It doesn't matter what the value is. I mean, if they had an average box expected return of $1,500 and then sold it for $1,000 cash, that's a great deal, but not everybody has $1,000 cash sitting around. So people did have a little bit of a point there. I think a lot of people were just stupid and took it way too far. So clearly it's going to be $9.99 a pack no matter what. The only question is 24 or 36, right? Not quite. The rumor floating around is that people are already starting to inquire at their distributor what the price will be, even though it isn't out for quite a while. And very surprisingly, they have that information already. I don't think it was supposed to be public, but not every staff member may have heard that. Allegedly, it will contain 36 packs, and the cost for a store to buy a box from the distributor, and remember, every distributor is a little bit different, but it should be around $163 US. So just for comparison, Ultimate Masters was about $198 at the distributor level. It would have gone up just slightly, a couple dollars though, because of stuff I don't want to get into. Look, basically some distributors are raising their prices. There, that was the short version. So basically $200, $201, $202 a box, probably something, $205, I don't know, whatever. So we'll just say $200 flat. But that was Ultimate Masters, it had a higher MSRP. Well, let's look back to Masters 25 because it was the first invoice I could find in my email. $127 flat a box. So you're probably thinking, wait a minute, $163 a box for the new one, the Modern Horizons, and $127 a box for Masters 25, which was, $9.99 a pack MSRP. But let's go ahead and assume then at that price that it's 24 per box versus 36 and adjust it. So basically what I'm saying is if Masters 25 would have come in boxes of 36, the boxes would have cost $190.50. So this is $27 cheaper, give or take. So in other words, using the old price for Master Sets as a base, it is 14.4% cheaper. So theoretically, that would mean that the MSRP of one pack should be $8.55 if you round. Bit of a random, strange number there, I guess. Now, if you think you've got all the math down for an apples-to-apples comparison, there's also a rumor floating around that not every pack will have a foil. Well, if it's the normal rate from standard, only 1 in 4 packs will have a foil. And I'm probably remembering this wrong, but I think 20% of a Master Set's value is the foils. So effectively getting rid of 75% of that 20%, you're almost at the exact same price. So they probably just scaled down the foils and scaled down the value and then up the price up the number of packs in the box because they could, and then lowered the price almost exactly according to what the value drop is. So at the end of the day, in my opinion, it is about the same value cost, if you were to adjust it for all things considered, as the original $9.99 per booster Master Sets from the past. So really anybody's saying, it's cheaper, well, they aren't considering some things. And then everybody's saying, it's more expensive, they're also not considering some things. So the running theory is it'll be at or just a hair above $200 a box online. I think it'll be a little on the higher end than that, maybe $210, $215, $220. And that's if it's well received but kind of lukewarm to bombs, somewhere in between that. if it's really, really, really hot, because I mean, the 2 cards we saw, people are like, oh yeah, okay, I can put that in a deck. If that's how half the set is, and people are like, ooh, I need this. Oh, this is a brand new, never before seen card. The number that exists is starting at 0, unlike 100% reprint sets. Oh, look, the box EV is $400 a box. Let's buy the crap out of it. I think then it'll be, I mean, who knows how much. And that's where kind of having no MSRP does help, at least as far as accuracy and image, because the prices go up and down based on demand and value and what's in it and customer popularity. And that's how every other product worked. The problem is we need a starting point. That's why I think it was kind of dumb of them to get rid of MSRPs. And everybody knows that, like I said in the last video, the distributors are just going to have an SRP. It just won't come from Wizards. They're going to have just a suggested retail price because that's what they do with their other products. They're just going to be like, this is probably a healthy margin. You can probably sell it at this, make up your own mind, but this is what we suggest. Not mandatory, it's a suggestion. But then again, that's what the S stood for in MSRP. And yes, everybody very much took it as a suggestion. I mean, look at what like Battle for Zendikar was per box on eBay. Holy crap. Well, then look at like Journey into Nyx. I mean, it swings both ways. So once again, MSRPs are meaningless. Nobody sticks to them, but I think they're really important for having any semblance of a ballpark of a starting point. But at the end of the day, we just found out what a distributor is allegedly charging per box, and you can just kind of do some math and figure out what they're going to cost. So like I said, I think 210, 215, that'll be what the average LGS will charge. I mean, if yours tends to charge higher for stuff, it'll be higher. If it tends to be lower, it'll be lower. But I think that's the average baseline. And like I said, don't forget there's a lot going into it. The foil change, potentially, the number of packs changing, everything is different. The fact that it's not all reprints. I mean, even trying to compare this to an old set is pointless almost. But to the best of my ability, mathematically, it is within a couple % of being the same effective price compared to what you're getting as the last Master sets. So those are the 2 most important takeaways from this video. So thanks for watching. I'll update you guys when we get a little bit more information. I have a feeling with all the confusion and rumors, Wizards will come out and clarify these very basic details. You know, like, what's the situation with foils and how many come in a box? Kind of important. If it was already covered in the 43-minute live stream video, too bad, I'm still not going to watch it. Can you honestly blame me? But for the record, nobody on Reddit seemed to know either, so there's that. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you like the information in this video, leave it a big ol' thumbs up, and I will see you guys next video.